If you follow the recommendations from this module, you'll have dashboards from your logging service and your instrumentation service, and a custom dashboard for your API's diagnostic health checks. There are services which can aggregate all that data for you and give you a single dashboard, but that adds an extra layer of configuration and means another moving part in your stack. A simple alternative, which is just as good, is to have an information radiator with revolving dashboards. That's just a big screen somewhere highly visible to the tech team, which switches between all your dashboard views. So you may have a logly view showing logs in the last 10 minutes with your API set at worn level. So if there are any logs in the view, they need to be looked at. Then the New Relic dashboard showing you the overall stats of your server, and then the diagnostic view showing you the internal health of your API. That radiator constantly switches between those dashboards, and if you set up the views correctly, it should be immediately obvious if something is wrong or is about to go wrong. Whether your API is for a small personal project or a Tier 1 enterprise delivery, you need to know how it's running in production, and you need to be able to diagnose problems when they happen. In this module, we've looked at remote logging with Loggly, which integrates easily with any platform and gives you a rich view over your log entries with advanced filtering and searching. That's a tool which will help you find the root cause of any problems that you have with your implementation and zone in on what you need to fix, which is a much faster way to work on fixes than trying to replicate the problem in a dev environment. We also looked at monitoring your infrastructure with New Relic, which again is very easy to set up and gives you some useful stats about how hard your servers are working. That type of instrumentation gets more useful the larger your API estate is, but it's good to have something right from the start. Lastly, that diagnostics endpoint, which is something I recommend if you can secure it to your satisfaction. It tells you a lot about your API configuration, and it can tell you if your API is impacted because of an outage in another service. In the last module of the course, we'll summarize what we've learned and look at how the types of tool we've covered fit into the lifecycle of API delivery and what it is that makes them essential. I'll also cover a couple more tools which haven't made it into the essential list because they don't meet the criteria on cost or on having good alternatives, but which are worth considering for deliveries where you have a larger budget.